We're here at the Savas Center in St. Louis, Missouri. Jim Houston here with Craig Simpson for these Western Conference semifinals. On deck, Game 2 between the St. Louis Blues and the Detroit Red Wings. St. Louis hopes to take a 2-game lead with a win on home ice.
Well, Jim, they have to take a must-win approach to this game. A loss here, and it's a brand-new series. You can't do that and still expect to get far in the playoffs.
Here's a look at tonight's official. He's been around for 8 seasons and calls a good game. Players know what to expect out of him.
Jim, the one thing he really watches for is dirty hits.
We're just about ready to drop the puck, so now let's get down to center ice. Red Wings win the faceoff. Short pass. He gets run over by Tkachuk.
Full contact.
Over the blue line. Shoots the puck. Big glove save by Legacy. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone.
Turned him inside. Scores! What a rocket he let loose on that shot.
That was absolutely unleashed on net, and it found the target. This is what their offense is capable of.
If they're going to win this game, that's how they'll do it.
Face-off won by Waite. Hull shoves him.
Nailed him!
Right in front. Havanoff corrals the puck. Tkachuk in front. Right in front. Shoots quickly. Scores!
The puck came back out, and he was ready and waiting for it.
We may be in for a shooting match.
Both these teams are looking to score early and often.
St. Louis wins the faceoff. In over the line. Laid out.
A big, clean hit.
Legacy hangs on for the whistle. The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to the Blues. In front. Legacy. Walker save. In behind. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Checked. Tkachuk brings it out. In over the line. Sent flying.
That's what you call a big-time hit.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. In front.
Hit. Great hustle and a great hit.
He gets called for hooking. Detroit is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
Passed across. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Checked.
Jim, that's old-time hockey.
Moved ahead. Brings it out. Flattened.
Now that's physical play.
In over the line. Slap shot ripped by Pronger. Datsuk. Detroit puts its #2 power play unit out. Into the attacking zone. He gets laid out by Schneider. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Goes behind his net. Passed ahead. Brings it out. Over the line. Wrist shot by Havanoff. Legacy turns it away. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Bowled over.
That was a great check.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. With a wrist shot. Johnson misses. Brings it out. Coast to coast. Maltby. Wrist shot. Huge save by Lalime. Out of their defensive end. Detroit is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets hit by Havanoff.
Great timing and great power.
St. Louis Blues are on a line change. Crushed. Johnson shoots the puck. Dendino over the blue line. Shoved. Lalime hangs on for the whistle.
Jim, he cannot believe his eyes. He had that one already up on the scoreboard, only to find the goalie to make a great save.
We're ready for the face-off. Draper wins the face-off. Move back. Bowled over.
You can't hit much harder than that.
Moved up. Into the attacking zone. Flattened.
That was a tough hit.
Brings it out. End to end. Mellenby gets shoved. Played back. Passed ahead. Legacy closed the door. Over the line. Brings it out. Over the blue line. In score!
Oh my! Now let's check that one again on replay, Jim. He definitely planned to put that one in the net with the wrister. Pure skill right there.
St. Louis takes the lead.
I wouldn't get too comfortable with the lead if I were them. It's already changed hands a few times. He deked right past him.
Brings it up. Into the attacking zone. Centered. Oh, heavy shot behind the net. Brings it out. Over the line. Right in front. A shot from the slot by Tkachuk. Legacy covers up. Watch how quickly this guy gets down in his butterfly.
Well, Jim, he just dares shooters to go 5-hole, then takes it away at the last second. He's lightning quick with his pads.
Red Wings win the faceoff. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Rubbed off the puck. In the corner. Brings it out. Coast to coast. In front. Delayed penalty coming up. Schneider is going off for interference.
There's the contact, and the puck is nowhere in sight.
If he can't focus, he's going to be spending more time sitting on the sidelines. St. Louis will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill on that first unit. Over the blue line. Yzerman turned aside by Lalime. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shove. A lateral pass. Right in front. Legacy freezes the puck. About to drop the puck. Detroit wins the draw. Brings it out. In over the line. One-timer. Lalime made the huge save. The ref is ready to drop the puck. And the faceoff is won by Yzerman. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Saved by Lalime. It's stolen by Draper. Lalime stones him. Into the attacking zone. Short pass. Over the line. The Blues come in offside. The Blues are solid right down to the fourth line.
Jim, I have a hard time finding many weaknesses on this team. They're smart, they can score goals, and they can grind it out.
That's a tough matchup for anyone. Face-off won by Yzerman. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Picked off by Pronger. Brilliant save by Legacy. The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Yzerman. Brings it out. Laid out.
That was a huge check.
Over the blue line. Drake. Rips one. The Legacy.
Got a pad on it.
Jackman fired it hard. He scores to make it 3-1.
He didn't make any mistake there, Jim. Watch how he unloads the puck with the wrist shot. Pure skill right there.
St. Louis ahead by 2 partway through the first.
The trick now is to add to the lead without opening up your defense.
Lidstrom controls the puck into the attacking zone. In front. Across. Brings it out. In over the line. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Right in front. Lalime gets the wood on it. He freezes the puck. No goals yet for this guy, but he was instrumental in getting at least 1 point on the board.
Well, you do what you can. If you can't be the star, you can still help out your teammates.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Waite. Over, out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Run over.
Lots of contact there.
Brings it out. He gets pushed by Mellenby. The Red Wings are offside. Now, just because he hasn't been a head coach before doesn't mean this guy hasn't been around the game for a long, long time.
No, Jim, Mike Kitchen spent 9 seasons as part of the Toronto Maple Leafs coaching staff before he joined the Blues as an assistant coach in 1998.
He gets bowled over by McInnes. Shoots quickly. Goaltender stopped that. Mowed down.
That was a heavy hit.
In over the line. Thrashed.
Bumped him that time.
Over the blue line.
He spun him right into the ice.
Leg save. Thomas brings it out. Over the line. A shot from the slot by Draper. Lalime made the save. Into the attacking zone. Rocked.
Nice hit.
Brings it out. In over the line. With a wrist shot. And he covers up.
This guy's team really leans on him to make big plays when the game's on the line.
He hasn't disappointed so far either. He's made a career of scoring big goals.
Jim, this guy's a true superstar.
Quick puck movement. Over the blue line. He gets checked by Dandino.
Sent him flying.
The Legacy reached out for the puck. Passed across. Sent flying.
No shortage of physical play here.
Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Hit.
No ducking that one.
Into the attacking zone. He gets rocked by Havanoff. Savage brings it out. In over the line. Shove. In front. Shanahan. Over the blue line. Shove. Across. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Savage shoots the puck. Misses. McInnes. Right in front. Sillinger shoots the puck. The Legacy makes the save. And there's the horn to end the period. 3-1 is the score.
Now to our first skills competition, when you'll see your favorite players compete in exciting events, such as hardest shot, fastest skater, and the breakaway competition.
That'll conclude the first intermission as the boys are set to return to action. The action's about to start. The faceoff goes to St. Louis at center. Over the line. Check.
That's real action.
Zetterberg over the blue line. He knocked him off the puck.
What a hit!
Kachuk moves it ahead. In over the line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Moved across. It's coughed up by Thomas. Brings it out. Over the line. Legacy with an awesome save. Pad save. He hangs on to the puck.
His fillings are going to rattle with that hit. He was pounded.
The players are lining up at the face-off circle. St. Louis wins the face-off. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Wrist shot by Datsuk.
Not a great shot.
Pass back. Lidstrom. Right in front. Big save. Lalim covers up for the whistle.
Oh, Jim, you can see by the look on his face, he can't believe he didn't beat the goalie with that one.
They're getting ready for the face-off. The face-off goes to St. Louis. Played back. And out they come with a puck. Into the attacking zone. In front. Goes behind his net. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Mowed down. Moved across. Brings it out. Over the blue line. A shot from the slot by Tkachuk. Saved by Legacy. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets out-muscled by Waite. Detroit Red Wings make a full change. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. In front. Legacy hangs on for the whistle. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Yzerman won the draw. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Saved by Lalim. And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle. St. Louis has picked this defense apart tonight.
They've used crisp, quick passes to exploit holes in coverage. Made the most of their chances. That's been the difference offensively.
Waite wins the faceoff. Brings it out. Over the line. Right in front. A shot from the slot by Salvador. Legacy covers up. The puck is about to be dropped. And the faceoff is won by Sillinger. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. He gets shoved by McInnes. Wrist shot by Shanahan. Big glove behind the net. Sillinger brings it out. Over the blue line. Huge shot. He misses. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets hit by Shanahan.
Lines his man up and knocks him down.
Into the attacking zone. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Hatcher brings it out. Over the blue line. Bumped by Havanoff. In front. Lalim with a great save. Brings it out. Over into the attacking zone. Hit. Tkachuk over center. Over the line. Flattened.
That rattled him pretty well.
In over the line. Check. Brings it out. Over the blue line. A shot from the slot by Waite. Turned away. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Laid out. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shove. It's a scramble. In front. Great save. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Chelios pulls one out of his hat on that move.
It allowed him to get past his man smoothly.
Into the attacking zone. Legacy reached out for the puck. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets taken out by Salvatore.
He leveled his man there.
In over the line. He gets laid out by Dandino. Played across. Over the blue line. He gets run over by Havanoff. Moved ahead into the attacking zone. Out of their defensive end. End to end. He gets checked. In front. Wrist shot. Lalim covers up for the whistle. The Blues are one of the fastest skating teams in the league, and as a result, they're a tough team to check.
You're bang on, Jim. They always hit the lines with speed. If you're not ready, they'll fly right past you.
Face-off won by Waite. Brings it out. Over the line. Run over.
That was an intimidating blow.
Into the attacking zone. Knocked him off the puck. Quick pass up. Brings it out. He gets taken out.
He came up fast and hit him hard.
Datsuk in over the line. Shoved. Out of their defensive end. Moved over by Lidstrom. Taken out. Offside against Detroit. Dave Lewis has had some big shoes to fill in Detroit.
Well, Jim, it takes a lot to follow in the footsteps of the winningest coach in NHL history. But Lewis has held his own. He led the Wings to the President's Trophy in 2003-2004 campaign.
He gets bowled over by Chelios. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Datsuk is brought down on the breakaway, and the ref points to center ice. Shot. We're ready for the face-off. And the Blues get the draw. Brings it out. Over the line. Gets the shot off. Turned aside by Legacy. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Hit. He scores off the iron.
There's nothing as lethal as a quick and accurate wrist shot.
The goalie will be seeing that one in his nightmares. As we head towards the home stretch, they've let their opponents within striking distance.
And that's not a good idea. Nothing motivates a team like a chance to come from behind and take control.
Into the attacking zone. Lidstrom pushes him. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets rocked by Tkachuk. Brings it out. Over the line. Shove. Hit. It's chipped up by Shanahan. Out of their defensive end. Detroit puts its third line out. Hull mowed down.
That one rattled his cage.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Flattened. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets hit by Pronger.
He laid the hit on him there.
Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Sent flying. Legacy covers up. What really impresses me about this guy is how quick he gets across the crease.
Well, he likes to stand tall in there, and that makes it easy to get post to post.
The faceoff goes to Detroit. He gets shoved by Waite. Over the line. He gets hit by Havanoff. Checked. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Hit. Brings it out. In over the line. That'll wrap up the second. 3-2 is the score as we head to the break. It's still anyone's game as we're ready to begin period number 3. About to drop the puck. And the faceoff is won by Datsuk. Working along the perimeter, Lidstrom checks him, shoots the puck. Danton grabs it, rifles it. Shanahan out of their defensive end, over the line. Right in front, Danton puts the puck into his own net.
They need to shake this off right away. Get back out there and go on the offensive.
Face-off won by Waite.
Jim, what a tremendous move.
In front, Legacy made the brilliant save. Shot is blocked by Chelios. Right in front, Legacy hangs on for the whistle. The ref is ready to drop the puck. Waite won the draw. In front, pushed off the puck. With a one-timer, turned aside by Legacy. Run over. Shoots the puck. Great glove save. He freezes the puck. The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. And the Blues get the draw. In over the line. He gets hit by Havanoff.
He lined him up and lowered the boom.
Over the line. Pass to the slot. Hit. A shot from the slot by Kachuk. Hull brings it out. Over the blue line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. He gets roughed up by Havanoff. St. Louis makes a line change. Pass to the point. Shoots the puck. Legacy turns the shot aside. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets out-muscled by Kachuk. Passed across. Passed ahead. It's found by Waite. Wrist shot from the left. Shot blocked by Mellenby. Knocked down. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Moved ahead by Dendino. Out of their defensive end. Puck is dumped in on the inboards by Rycroft. Quick pass up. Over the line. He gets taken out by Weinrich.
He really got his man there.
Run over.
That's going to leave a mark.
Just wide of the net. Over the blue line. He gets checked by Rycroft. Brings it out. In over the line. Laid out. Right in front. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. He gets roughed up by Weinrich. In behind. Brings it out. Over the line. Danton gets checked.
That was a hard check.
Blocked. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets run over by Kachuk.
Now that was big time.
Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Thrashed. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets bowled over by Pronger. Brings it out. Played over into the attacking zone. Rocked. Hit. He gets rocked by Hull. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Cranked him. Wait. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. He gets stapled by Draper. Passed ahead. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets shoved by Hatcher. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. It's played up by Woolley. Detroit Red Wings make a full change. Shoots it hard. Laline got a leg on it. Shoved. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets hit by Havanoff.
That'll give him some room.
Over the blue line. Wrist shot by Boganecki. Turned away by Legacy. Passed over. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shoots. Great glove. He covers up. Detroit is a team that really likes to use its speed to press the attack.
And they cross the blue line in full flight and really try to back your defense up. The key is to get on their forwards before they get going.
And the faceoff is won by Waite. Shot from the point by Weinrich. Huge save. Moved across. Over the line. He gets shoved. Brings it out. Over the blue line. It's flipped ahead by Hatcher. Into the attacking zone. Lalime turns it aside. Holmstrom fires. Lalime closed the door. In over the line. He gets leveled by Woolley. Intercepted by Pronger. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Huge shot by Woolley. Turned aside by Lalime. And he covers up for the faceoff. Hull is making the most of his opportunities. Have to give him that.
He's only had one shot on goal, and he scored on it.
Let's see if his teammates will start feeding him the puck. They're getting ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Datsuk. Cranked him.
He's a tough guy, but that was a hard hit.
Passed across by Rycroft. Over the blue line. In front. He gets checked by Shanahan.
Talk about laying a guy out.
Into the attacking zone. Shoots it. Brings it out. Passed up to the neutral zone. In over the line. He gets laid out by McInnes. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Rubbed off the puck by Lidstrom. Havanoff grabbed it. Cannonading shot. Legacy turned the shot aside. Over the line. Sent flying. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shoots the puck. The shot is blocked by Chelios. In over the line. Ponger drops him. Kachuk brings it out. Over the blue line. Bowled over.
He got slammed into on that one.
Circling the net. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shove. In front. Brings it out. In over the line. Moved over. Flattened.
Stopped him cold.
Moved ahead by Salvador. Over the blue line. Checked. Moved up. Out of their defensive end. Laid out. Brings it out. Crushed.
That hit leveled him.
Into the attacking zone. Over the line. He gets taken out by Mellenby. Shoots the puck. Scramble for the puck. Center. Hard slap shot by Draper. Brings it out.
Neither side could put it away in regulation, so we're off to overtime.
Biggest fan, prove it. The fan with the most decorated car or home will receive a pair of ringside tickets to an upcoming game. See guest services for details.
Time now for the first period of overtime.
Top players thrive on this kind of pressure.
And the Blues get the draw. Shove. Leveled. Played over the blue line. And out they come with a puck. In over the line. He gets roughed up by McInnes. Into the attacking zone. He gets bowled over by Datsuk. A lateral pass. Breakaway. Hit. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Nice move there by McInnes. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Centers it right in front. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Shanahan. Brings it out. In over the line. Knocked down. Brings it out. Over the line. It's passed over by Woolley. Detroit Red Wings make a full change. Big hit. Long pass. Over the blue line. Shove. Kachuk with a wrist shot. Blocked. Legacy shut the door. He hangs on.
He'll be getting up and looking for the number of that truck.
The action's about to start. Wait, wins the faceoff. Flattened.
He felt that one.
Into the attacking zone. Cranked him. Brings it out. Kachuk in over the line. Gets rubbed off the puck. Mowers moves it ahead. Brings it out. Over the line. Sent flying. Over. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Cranked him. Big hit. Rips it. Blocked. Brings it out. In over the line. Over the blue line. Shove. Right in. And that's the end. Detroit takes the loss and finds themselves trailing the series by 2 games.
Good wrist shot is hard to stop. That was a good wrist shot.
From the Savas Center in St. Louis, Missouri, I'm Jim Hewson.
And I'm Craig Simpson. For EA Sports, goodbye.
See you next time.
Thank you.